Good morning, YouTube. So we're still in the middle of quite irritating, actually, to be honest with you. Their instructions for the EZABL were bullshit. They're not easy. I mean, you get all the way through installing it, everything's done, and then they're saying kind of figure out your own firmware. I mean, it don't make any fucking sense to me. Like, I'm just supposed to figure out how to turn this shit on. It doesn't show you or nothing. I'm supposed to text them. But, of course, they're not here. They're fucking on honeymoon or some shit like that. It's irritating, to say the least. So, I was supposed to be on with By God this morning, but I can't get him on the phone. He's probably still sleeping. Partied hard last night or something. Sorry, the damn sun was just blinding me. It's coming through the window there, right in my face. So yeah, it's been a troublesome time with the printer. I'll read you what they say. It is insanely irritating, I ain't gonna lie. You go through the entire setup, which were great instructions for that, to be honest with you. And then you get to go through all the instructions and everything. Then you get to the firmware setup. At this point, you need to enable auto bed leveling in your printer's firmware. This varies on the model printer you have, so you need to support. So if you need support, please see the firmware section of the notes sections at the end of this document. Okay, so I'm thinking, okay, cool, I'll just go down to the bottom and they'll tell me how to do that. Nope, they do not. Here's what they say. Firmware setup and support. Basic support for your firmware is included free with the purchase of the kit, which we won't see them for another week. If you need more advanced configurations for doing other shit, for like a homemade 3D printer or something. But he's all like, send us an email and we'll tell you how to do it, or check out our knowledge base. And then they give you the website to the whatever fucking TH3D. I don't see anything that shows me anything on their knowledge base here. I mean, nothing. Nothing says anything. It's just trying to sell you the fucking kit again. That's it. Insanely irritating, I'm not gonna lie. You would think they would have something that would explain that to you, but nope, they don't. They don't have shit. All they have is crap. So that's where we're at right now with the thing. Yeah. Either way, I'm a little bit irritated with it this morning, to say the least. I probably should mute this damn thing for something takes off. Oh, we only got 2 days. They come back on the 15th. I thought it was the 18th. My fault. These are downloads. These. And that guy really does like his name. But yeah, they don't tell you crap. I mean, it's irritating to say the least. Bootloader flash guide, easy out installation guide, firmware update. So, fuck, I don't know what to talk about this morning. I'm all pissed off at the goddamn printer, to be honest with you. But it is what it is. They keep telling me to put in this M119 code into my slicer program. Yeah, I've never heard of anything like that, so I don't understand what the fuck they're talking about. Hoopenager. That's a good name. What's up, Ryan? Big peace out. Am I not getting any sound here? Okay. Jesus fucking Christ. Beyond irritating everybody. I'm not gonna lie. So basically I got to read up on, I don't know, it's kind of a cheese dick thing to do to get you all the way through it, and then it gets to the part where you actually got to turn this shit on and activate everything, and they just throw their hands up and say, good luck. Oh, fucking assholes. But it is what it is. Got to deal with it, I guess. I put a call in to By God a couple of times. I ain't heard nothing. Maybe he'll pick up the phone and see us on here. I don't know. But after I get home from work, I'll be studying on... I mean, it just gives you no information. I mean, it actually has a bunch more in the installation file, but it says before you go any further, enable your auto bed leveling in your firmware. Yeah. Okay. How the fuck you do that? And I've looked it up on YouTube, on Google, everything. I can't find anything that tells me how to turn on the auto bed leveling in my firmware. It's beyond irritating. And then I'm watching his videos, and he's using some program that he doesn't give you the fucking name of. And I've searched. I can't find the fucking program he's using because you can't see no name. So I'm just going through looking for firmware programs, and quite irritating to say the least. But that is what it is. Once you have the COM port, the printer selected, click the drop down and correct the firmware loaded by go button on. Yeah, I've done all that. That doesn't help. Does nothing. But anyways, that's the update so far. I mean, I got it to work. Everything's working. It's all plugged in. It's all powered up. I'm just stuck on the firmware thing, trying to figure out how to turn the auto bed leveling on in the firmware. I'm using the Arduino, and you can see it in there where it has the command, but I don't know. I'm not good enough with it, confident enough to push that command, and because he clearly states if you fucking brick your shit, you're fucked. They ain't got nothing to help you with. So before I send any more commands to the power box, I want to make sure that I'm doing the right thing and that I don't brick my fucking printer. So I'm figuring a good 3 hours of studying on here today, reading on Marlin, reading on Arduino. I'll figure it out. I mean, it's just a program. It shouldn't be that hard. It's just very odd that you can't find anything on there that shows that at all. If any of you got any ideas on how to do that, I would appreciate it, or a firmware program that you use that's adequate for what we're doing. I would appreciate that as well. You know, if anybody's got any insight on that. Well, it's going to be a short morning. I'm going to go ahead and take off, go to work, get my shit done. Thanks for tuning in, and that's where we're at with the EZABL. I don't know if you guys got a picture of everything. But there she is. There's a little box over there. I haven't put the lid on it yet. But she is installed. The firmware is flashed to the printer. Or the Marlin 115 is flashed to the printer. You can see the TH3D on the printer when you turn it on. I'm just stuck with how to turn on the auto bed leveling. That's the only thing I'm stuck on right now. In your firmware. Again, erg. Erg is the word. And I've read it 100 times just to make sure I'm not fucking reading it wrong. But, no. At this point, you need to enable auto bed leveling in your printer's firmware. Which firmware? The firmware on the printer? Or the slicer program you use to operate the printer? Like Arduino, which Arduino is not a slicer program, I don't think. It's just like a writing program or something. Like an editing and then uploading writing program. I don't give a fuck why you would put firmware. I tried calling you, by God. I mean, why wouldn't he put slicing program or you know, I use this, you know? And this is how you turn it on in this program that I use. I mean, it's kind of fucking stupid for them to get you all the way to this point and then like, fuck you. I'm sorry, that's some stupid ass instructions for beginners. And yes, I'm a beginner. Period. Yo. Huh? Nothing, what's up? The show. What do you think I'm doing? I'm doing the show. What do you think I'm doing? I called you twice. As what? What do you mean join me? I don't understand. It won't let you... still not understand. Oh, you mean like the invite thing? Don't I have to invite you or some shit? Hold on. Let me look it up and see. Hold on. I gotta approve a bunch of people first. Alright, where are we at? Well, I mean, you should be able to. Watching now is you. Trying to see if I can, oh, come on, you fucking thing. Trying to see if I can invite you. Oh, come on, you fucking thing. No, it don't show you. Trying to see if I can invite you. What? Oh, come on, you fucking thing. No, it don't show you. Trying to see if I can invite you. What? Oh, come on, you fucking thing. No, it don't show you. That doesn't make any fucking sense. Trying to see if I can invite you. What? Oh, come on, you fucking thing. No, it don't show you. The way they did it. Literally, you get through the install part, and then you get up to the point where you're actually going to do the bed leveling and adjust the stepper motors. And this is what they tell you to do. At this point, you need to enable auto bed leveling in your printer's firmware. This varies on the model printers you have, so if you need support, please see the firmware section of the notes section at the end of this document. So I go to that, and it's, come on, what the fuck is wrong with this thing today? Firmware setup and support. Basic support for firmware is included free with your purchase of the kit. If you need more advanced configurations for like a custom machine, blah blah blah. But basically, they're kind of telling you, go fuck yourself. I mean, how else are you? I mean, literally, they're telling you, oh, you know, I use this one, but I'm not going to tell you which one I use. And this is how I turn mine on in the one I use, but I'm not going to tell you that. That is fucking bullshit. Why the fuck wouldn't they just put in the one he uses? And then you can just go and do that. Now I got to sit here and wait for this fuck to email me back? I'm pissed. Yeah. And I've been looking it up, and I can't really find anything on it. No. No, it's just a beginner company. They tune as they go. Makes sense actually, but just it pisses me off. I mean, why wouldn't he put in, this is what I use, this is how I do it with this. There are so many programs out there, I can't list them all, but this is the one I'll use. Yeah, that way you can turn that shit on. Alright, I'm getting ready to shut the show down. I'm going to read up. I got to go to work. Alright, man. What? Dan did? Where? Oh my God. Where's that at? Oh, opening. Yeah, motherfucker needs to pay me my money is what he needs to do. Alright, I'm out of here. Later.